You're on.
Well, folks, here's Alan and Carole
Stone.
Carole Stone, getting ready to go on their big Daytona Bike Week adventure.
Carole has got her a new vest. This is the official vest for the Gold Wing Road Riders Association, of which we are members. We just got them yesterday. You know how Carole loves to model things. So, Carole, show them the front of your vest.
They've already seen it.
And then she's got a little sweater here with the GWRRA, Gold Wing Road Riders Association emblem on the front. And show them the back, Carole.
Georgia, Chapter H.
And then I have one too.
And aren't they lovely?
And this is the beginning of what we're going to call the Daytona tape. Where are we going, Carole?
To Daytona Beach, Florida, and hopefully,
Tell the camera. I know.
hopefully to Epcot, to the to Orlando.
Well, I didn't know anything about Epcot.
It's Epcot. What do you call it? Epcot.
I thought it was Epcot.
E-P-C-O-T.
Anyway, we're getting ready to roll here in our new GWRRA vest.
And they got their boots on and all that stuff, and they're so stylish.
To be continued.
They look like a couple of outlaws from Albany, Georgia.
And I hope he didn't take a picture of the love seat.
Hey, what you do? Flip that. That's all right. Keep it rolling on Carole or something. I'm going to put the date and time on it. Okay.
Carole, do your little
Yeah,
dance or something.
Little dance. I didn't know I had one.
Okay, there's the date
Come here,
and time.
Josh. Come here, give me my kiss. Tell me my bye-bye. Oh, Cricket says she's gonna tell me my bye-bye. Cricket.
Now, where's that medicine for the dog?
Give me my kiss. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. You wanna go in the car? No, we're going on the motorcycle.
Well, through the magic of electronics, suddenly we are in Daytona. And as you can see in the lower part of the screen there, it's 10:22 p.m. We had a very nice trip down from Albany. It took us about 7 hours. It was sunny all the way, clear blue skies, no rain. A little cool part of the trip, but otherwise very nice trip. Right now maybe I should say I am out on the balcony of our room. We're overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. We have a very nice view here. This is a night view, as I'm sure you're aware of. I'm not real sure how good this is going to come out. I thought I would try it anyway. A little night view of the ocean. You can see the white breakers there. The tide is coming in. Carole and I took a walk along the beach a little earlier this evening. And I'm just panning up and down the beach line. Oh, there's a human being type. Hello. Poor fella, he looks lonesome. Looking for girls. I mainly wanted to try to get these white breakers, these to get that. Just pick it up. You can hear, I'm sure, the sound of the waves hitting the beach. At least from where I'm standing, it's quite a roar. I don't know how much of it is getting into the microphone here. Anyway, that's how the beach looks at Daytona Beach at about 10:25 p.m. Let's check on Carole. Carole is really excited about coming down to the beach and having some time off, and she's in, as you can see here in a moment, getting ready, and we are going out of town. Well, perhaps we're not going out of town. There's Carole. I think it's going to be a quiet night around our room this evening. Anyway, we'll probably be up fairly early in the morning, and we'll be out taking a little stroll on the beach. And I don't know what else we're going to do tomorrow. We have no itinerary. We'll probably ride around and look at all the crazy people working with us. We'll try to take a few bike shows. Perhaps we might take in a race tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We're just going to get up in the morning and let things unfold. Here we have a couple of cops out on patrol. You can see they're driving right along the beach. It's really a hard-packed surface, it's no problem. I don't think cops get into the water. They keep the beaches pretty well patrolled throughout the night, this being bike week, and probably about 100,000 motorcyclists in town, all breeds and shapes and character description. Sometimes things can get a bit rowdy, but we seem to have a very quiet spot on the beach. There's another fella out taking his evening stroll. Direction from our balcony. That over there is I guess you call it a deck walk or a wharf or whatever, goes out into the water. And it's a nightclub of sorts. Probably pretty lively over there. You see the searchlights. Nice pool just below our window here. We're up on the 4th floor. Carole, as you know, likes to sort of lay around in the sun. She says that she would probably go soak up some sun in one of those beach chairs tomorrow. I would put her between the pool and the ocean. Out checking things out around the pool. Keeping the crowd under control. As you can see, he's keeping an eye on the big crowd around the pool. Things are getting a bit rowdy. The fellow has a very tough job, I must say. Now I'm looking at him. Well, what I've done is take a walk back from our deck overlooking the ocean, back through the room to the room and through the front door. As you can see, the other side of our room is facing the street. And although it's about 10:30 p.m., as you can see, the town is far from closing up. Lots of activity now. Lots of motorcycles, and I think you might be getting a little glare from some of the bright lights, but over there I think you can see all of the motorcycles, or at least part of the estimated 100,000 motorcycles that are in Daytona Beach for this annual bike week. Carole and I have noticed license plates from all over the country, as far away as Hawaii, Michigan, Wisconsin, Maryland, New Jersey, California. This is the big bike. Some of the street activity that's been going on here at this hour. See it or not, but yeah, you probably can. There is my motorcycle right there in about the center of the screen. Got a good parking place right next to the office. gives me some good security. I'm concerned about maybe some of the people trying to rip some of the stuff off the bike tonight, so I'll get a good parking spot. Okay, here we are the next morning. It's quite early. It's 6:30, as you can see, and I want to get out here and get a shot real quick of the sun coming up over the ocean. Pretty. This, of course, is something you can only see on the East Coast. Those on the West Coast are having the opportunity to see the sun set on the ocean. Color is now beginning to get just a little brighter as the sun rises a little higher in the horizon. Trying to find the prettiest spot in the sky, and I guess it's right there. shot of the breakers coming in. And then as the sun gets higher on the horizon, we begin to lose some of the brilliance of the colors. Anyway, I'm glad I got up early enough to catch this. Wasn't planned, just happened that way. Just happened to wake up. Shot looking, I guess it would be north from our room, looking from the deck of our room. Some funny looking little birds there. I don't know what kind they are, but they don't really fly much, it appears. They just run up and down the beach. Morning jogger.
This is bigger with the clouds in it. Doesn't start to break through. It can't take it. It's starting to get bright, it's like- Did you get it while it's that bright out?
Open each day to vehicle traffic. You can see one of the, I guess you'd call him one of the beach cops, is opening the gate for the day. A couple of motorcyclists are waiting to get in. We'll be cooling up and down the beach.
How bright the sunrise is getting.
Just wheel the camera over here real quick to get one last shot of the sunrise. When it gets completely over the horizon, of course, I can look at it with the camera and ruin the lens. This is somebody else staying here in the hotel, dipping their feet in the cold water of the pool, which is right outside our room and immediately adjacent to the beach, as you can see. This, don't want to get too much on film. We had a skinny dipper that got out this morning, jumped into the play vat, was finally ventured out of bed and put on her little red lounging outfit, having her morning coffee. You want to wave to the people, Carole? I guess this is a pretty dull piece of film right here compared to the last scene we had. You want to stand there and pose, Carole? Carole thinks every time a camera's running, she has to stand and pose. Out from inside, looking out of the room. Shot looking out the window from our room. You can see the windows are a little dirty. That's the first thing Carole noticed when we walked into the room yesterday. And here's a shot of Carole venturing forth in the morning here along the beach. Looking at the guys. Bad about that. I'm trying to tell me she was looking at the bird, but I know better. Ah! Shot of Carole on a return trip back to the hotel from her little stroll on the beach. she's looking for seashells. We went out last night, did a little collecting. Came back with one shell. Of course, it was so dark we really couldn't see. So anyway, our plans so far, or thus far, or rather maybe I should say our plans at this moment on this trip. Carole will be coming back to the room, we'll be getting cleaned up. Probably go out and get some breakfast and then take another stroll along the beach, and then up and down the strip for some of the motorcycle shows. We'll be getting some of that on tape. Just a little shot, again, looking from our room out toward the ocean. Well, among the Harleys and the Kawasaki's and the Hondas, the BMWs and all that, we're going to be seeing some custom bikes at Daytona. Here's an example of one, really gorgeous custom bike. I think we're getting a good picture of this. Some guys spare no expense. If you take a look at that engine and the accessories, that's 24 karat gold plating accessories that you see there. This guy obviously loves biking.
Can I say hi to my
This
mom
is a
on
big
that?
thing with custom biking. These guys really get great pleasure out of showing them, perhaps more than be riding them. But there's a great job there. We're getting practically everything on this film. Here's Carole doing a little shopping at one of the souvenir shops. Shot of Carole doing a little more shopping. T-shirts for Josh and Sean. A little bit of atmosphere down at the Old Beach. Obviously in a hurry.
Down. Do you see the little green button in the bottom? That means you're rolling. Okay, now turn it off.
Well, here we go. Alan thinks I can do this, but I'm not too convinced. We're going to drive down Atlantic, South Atlantic Boulevard. No hands. Trying to get something on the film. If I drop this camera, it's going to be too bad.
Get over to the left.
Alan, don't go so fast. It pulls me to one side. Now the lens cover is flapping in the breeze. Oh, do you have to stop like that?
Well, you're rolling the tape.
Yes.
Why don't you get over my left shoulder? You're staying on the right.
Because it's not very easy to do.
Okay, swing to the right and get the ocean. We're going to see the ocean.
I can't.
Okay.
The wind is terrible.
Okay, get this shot here on the right. See all the motorcycles up there? Okay, you can turn it on.
Here it is, high noon. Here we are back at our hotel room after taking a bike ride down about a 23-mile beach strip. Carole got part of that on tape. This is a very, very active bunch here at Daytona Beach. You see everyone is engaged in some sort of recreation. say we were going to see. Just wanted to take a picture of this because it's a pretty bike. That's a Harley Davidson, of course. So what we call a full dresser. Just thought I'd get a shot of the palm trees here in Florida.
We'll be selling at a discount these outriggers later today.
I'm not sure what's going on here. I think in this demonstration someone is going to...
And you've got to jam the brakes on. ABS, anti-lock braking system, only takes account, it starts working during the panic situation. Under normal braking and normal riding, ABS doesn't even doesn't even activate, and it operates like normal brakes. What we have here is a system that's designed to help you in the panic situation or panic stopping. All of us are a little bit reluctant to use the rear brake on our bike because we know in the sand, on the rain, etc., even on the dry, the rear brake locks real easy, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, thank you. I was wondering if anybody had ever locked their rear wheel. I guess the rest of you haven't done that then, right? Okay, to do our demonstration, I'm not crazy enough to do it myself, so I've hired some professional crazy road racers. On my left, 1977 Formula 2 champion, David M.D. Dave will be riding what we call our outrigger bike. He calls it a suicide bike. We call it the outrigger bike. On my right here, two-time Superbike champion, Wes Cooley. Wes is going to be showing you what happens in that panic situation riding the red RT and locking up the brakes. The ABS in this situation, in this particular type of situation in the rain, will stop as much as 50% shorter stopping distances in the rain. So first, I'm going to ask Dave to show us what happens when we lock up the wheels in the rain under normal, with a normal motorcycle. And hopefully it won't spit him off. I have to give him a raise every time it spits him off, so. I'm going to ask you again not to hang your feet over the hay bales. If one of the bikes go down accidentally, we brought this crew all the way from California to hose the street. Situation, and he's going to jam on the brakes front and rear. Are you ready, David? Now, I think we'd all be taking a visit to the Daytona Beach Hospital. Okay, David? Brakes in water. Now, ladies and gentlemen, pay particular attention to the white lines that are...
So what we've had here is a demonstration of a bike with and without a special...
Is there anybody here that could have used it? He has the front and rear...
Now at the motorcycle expo, it's called, Motorcycle Expo here in Daytona. What is Daytona Beach's equivalent of the Civic Center. We've been walking around for about an hour here, talking to some of this on the What's right in front of us is one of the Harley displays. Costs $5 a head to get in this place, and just judging from the looks of it, estimated about at least 1,000 people. Get out of the way. This is the Harley Tour Glide we're looking at, 1987 model. This is the equivalent of my bike in the Harley line. From an engineering, performance, accessory standpoint, engine size and all that, my bike is really identically the same size as mine. However, my bike in reality outperforms that bike and will last probably 3 times as long. The Harley motorcycle you have to overhaul about every 20,000 miles. The Honda will last 85 and 90,000 anyway. But ironically, the Harley motorcycle sells for about $2,000 more. That's the difference between Carole just picked out a couple of t-shirts that she bought, matching t-shirts with the Gold Wing Road Riders emblem on them. Carole will probably be able to model it for you tomorrow. This is the GWRRA booth here at the exhibition hall. The lettering's a little crooked. The GWRRA, of course, is the Gold Wing Road Riders Association, from which we are a member. Just putting some more stuff on tape here. Most of what they have in their booth here are membership applications and some of the wearing apparel. We just bought that t-shirt, that call it maroon or rust-colored t-shirt. We just bought that one right there. Thing, if people would get out of the way, I might get a good picture of it. This is a little racing boat. It's a little 2-seater job. Sitting on a trailer. That boat, we're told, boat, trailer, engine, and all sells for about $5,800. This can be pulled right behind the motorcycle.
Nothing like
you
the
can see in this picture.
Well, it pretty much just slides around.
We are another one of the displays here at the Motorcycle Expo, and as you can see by the sign, this exhibit devotes attention to motorcycle history, notably motorcycle. And
That's it, dude. They're rapidly wearing out.
around here.
We get a few.
Look at some of them.
Yeah. Well,
There's an interesting one way over there. You see sort of the center topic of the screen. You'll look at the license plates that are showing up on your screen. There's a 1917 license plate. So that one goes back to even before I was born. A long time ago. Years ago, many times we referred to a motorcycle as a motor bicycle because in essence, that's what a lot of the so-called two-wheelers were. They were, in fact, just motorcycles with a motor on them, and that's what we're looking at here. This one would go back to, golly, in the 1940s anyway. And we're panning some of the antique motorcycles. Early Harley-Davidson motorcycle completely restored. As you can see, it's in showroom condition. This one would go back at least to the 50s, perhaps even to the early 60s. If you notice there on the gas tank, it has the old hand gear shift. That's showing up. There it is right there. Of course, get out of the way, fella, please. Thank you. No, a little further to the left. Of course, today's motorcycles all have both the clutch and the gear shift as part of the handlebars. Anyway, just wanted to give you a look there. The Harley Davidson motorcycles look like. In fact, all the early motorcycles, none of them had that gear shift on the gas tank.
Alan.
This is one of the early Indian motorcycles. That company is now defunct. But at one time, probably in the 1940s, well, actually prior to the 1940s as well as into the 40s, the status symbol among motorcycles was the Indian. This is quite a collector's item now. They've been out of production for many, many, many years. The motorcycle that we showed you earlier, this motorcycle goes back to the early part of the century. This is probably one of the first motorcycles. This is the motorcycle that we showed you a moment ago that had a license plate, vintage 1917. You see it's got a chain drive. In reality, this too was a little more than a bicycle with a motor on it. This motorcycle. Here in our collection of antique motorcycles is an old U.S. Army motorcycle. I think those were used quite a bit back in the Second World War, if I remember reading some of the history. Restored bicycle with a motor on it. I have no idea what vintage this is, but this too would at least have to go back to the early part of our century. You can notice the belt extending from the engine there, extending on back to the back tire. Then it was affixed to, in effect, a wheel on a wheel, or a wheel on the back tire, and that's how they got their motion. Vintage on that is 1905. That would be the year that my father was born. And a motorcycle, Carole just pointed out to me that these motorcycles all have a little identification card right in front of it. And as you can see here, the vintage on this Army motorcycle is 1942. So that's been around a while. Of course, this has been restored. Notice the helmet. Back on the rear back. All this is all finished stuff. And then of course there's the gun rack or rifle sheath or rifle carrier affixed to the front part. And this motorcycle soldier is ready for action. And here we have another Indian, a 1923 Indian. So this has been around a while. This is the old Indian motorcycle with sidecar. And again, the Indian motorcycle was in its time. Now this fellow here is demonstrating a little accessory which is blocked there by guys walking by. A little device that blocks some of the air from hitting primarily the passenger. You can see he has his little paper strips there, and we can get a shot of the accessories selling. There it is, right there. He has that sitting right in front of the fan, and to demonstrate its effectiveness, he'll turn that inward, and those little bits of paper will come flopping in the breeze. A little accessory sells for, I can't find it, but it sells, depending on style of bike, anywhere from $15 to $75. This is the display by Main Street Accessories. This is one of the largest motorcycle accessory companies in the United States. I'm going to try to get a shot at some of the people who get out of the way here. Excuse me. This is what a motorcycle looks like when it's got everything on it. It's part right.
money back. He paid for that. I probably only
Among the many accessories on this bike, you'll see some gold-plated accessories, so you could have.
Everybody likes that color.
Cavetti motorcycle. Don't see many of these around. I think that's an Italian-made motorcycle. Just about all the manufacturers, some of the bikes on display here.
He's coasting. I keep out of your way.
Oh, yes, we are at the Honda display, I think. Where are you, Honda?
Well, I just saw Larry.
Oh, there we are. The Honda display, yes. Oh, that's sidetracked. Excuse me. And before us, we have the new Honda racing bike. This is the equivalent to what they used to call the Honda CBX. I think they're calling it something else these days. But this is the bike that's built for speed, the guys who like to go 150 miles an hour. And that bike will easily do 150 miles an hour. It's a different type of riding than type riding we do on our Honda Aspen Cave, which is primarily built for long-distance touring, riding in the country. '87 Honda Aspen Cave. This is the same model that I'm currently riding. We of course have a 1984 model. There's very, very little difference between the 84, 85, 86, and now the 87 model Honda Aspen Cage. It's the same engine,
I'm working.
same design. In fact, there's very little styling difference. The only difference in my bike, the 84 model, and this new 87 is that little baby right there. It's got a little lower venting system, which my bike didn't have. Also, there's a little extra chrome right in there. That's new. And standard on the 1987 Honda Aspen Cave is something I like, which is cruise control. But other than that, the bikes are identical with mine.
May I have your attention, please? In just a few minutes, BMW will begin. Get your pens down so you can return to the show.
Have the new 1987 model Woman. No accessories, everything you see on it comes as standard. Very little improvement over last year's model. In fact, they look about the same. And with this last bit of film, we say goodbye here to the 1987 Motorcycle Expo in Daytona, Florida. This is not the last film, it's the last we're having on the expo. We've spent at least 2 hours here, just browsing around, looking at all the parts, accessories, motorcycle apparel. Oh, there's my friend. Hello there. Yes. We meet again. Yes, I've seen you someplace before. You look so much like my mother. Really?
Manufacturing company in Tampa.
That girl has been after me all day. I keep trying to tell her that I'm married and to leave me alone. I often have that problem.
Let's see if we can find that
Anyway, as I said, we spent about 2 hours here at the expo. It's been a lot of fun, particularly looking at all the new bikes. We didn't spend much money. Bought a couple of t-shirts and that's it. I was tempted to buy a lot of other things. So much for... here we are back down at the beach again. Did a 180-degree turn, and we're now looking south. Our hotel is off beyond the distance. I believe that's it right there. A little zoom lens on, getting a little closer. The beach is very heavily populated today. Everybody seems to be having a great time. And to ensure that everybody has a great time, the city of Daytona Beach has a recreation chairman on duty. There he is. Sole duty is to see that everybody has a good time today. As I mentioned earlier on this tape, and as is quite obvious, vehicular traffic is allowed on the beach up until like 10 o'clock tonight. Well, as you can see, it's quite early in the morning. About 10 minutes to 6 o'clock here on this Friday morning, March the 6th. I'm up early essentially because we went to bed early last night. We laid on bed about 8:30 last night to watch a movie, and I think Carole and I both drifted off to sleep very quickly. We were kind of tired after yesterday's activities. So we're up early this morning, or rather I am. Carole's awake, still in bed. I'm out on the balcony of our room here at Daytona Beach, and as you can see, the sun's not up. I don't really know how much of this is actually getting on film. It's so dark and it's kind of hard to tell through the viewfinder. But thought I would just get out here and play with the camera. There's a few kids out on the beach, as you can see, some early risers, or perhaps they hadn't even gone to bed yet, I don't know. There's about a half dozen kids out there, about college age. They're just out walking on the beach, laying around. There's two of them, they're part of another group that are over there someplace, if I can find them here in the dark. Searching. Well, I can't seem to find them. Anyway, there's the ocean, and you're probably seeing some ripples of white in the stream. That's the breakers coming in. The tide is actually going out. I did get up for one brief moment during the middle of the night, probably about 2 a.m. Stepped out here, and that time the tide was in. It was probably, another 40 feet closer. The water is probably 40 feet closer to the motel than it is now. Trying to find some people. There's some people. Thing I'm going to do again is repeat what I did yesterday morning, is to catch some of the sunrise over the ocean, which would be very easy to do from my balcony since we are facing east, actually facing a little bit northeast, but we'll be able to get a good shot of the sunrise. We got just a little cloudy this morning, some clouds in the sky, so with the sun reflecting off that cloud bank, we should get an array of colors as the sun peeps up over the horizon. But we'll see. Probably the sun will not be coming up for another 45 minutes or so. just thinking here a moment ago as I was out leaning over the balcony looking over the ocean and the beach, how great it would be to have the entire family down here, all the kids and grandchildren. We've got a ball. Perhaps we can do that sometime. The sound you're hearing in the microphone, or I believe it should be coming through the microphone, of course, is the sound of the ocean. And this is what the pool looks like at 6 a.m. As you can tell, it's much more sparsely populated than it was yesterday afternoon when I was out here panning around the pool. There's the shore patrol on duty throughout the night. They're continually patrolling the beach. There's no sleeping allowed on the beach. Don't quite understand that. They're continually going up and down the beach. So you can find any kids laying around the beach. If they do, they get them up and have them start walking. They walk on the beach all night, but you can't lay down. Don't understand that rule. By day, you can do anything on the beach. Walk, sleep, whatever. But no laying down on the beach at night. Well, here is our sunrise, which is a bit of a disappointment. We have such a heavy cloud cover this morning that we're not going to get the array of colors of the sunrise that showed up on our little session with the sunrise yesterday morning. There's what the ocean looks like here on the east coast, about 6:30 a.m. Cloudy, but still pleasant. Some of our early risers. The sun is coming up right through there. And I don't think we're going to get any more than shades of gray in the sky. It's cloudy and overcast, as I said. However, on the screen it might appear a little bit brighter than that, as this camera does compensate somewhat for bad light conditions. Put a lot of the ocean here on our videotape. Hope you're not getting bored of watching it. I'm not. I can spend a couple of months right here on the ocean watching and listening to the ocean. It's very therapeutic. Helps clean the cobwebs out of the mind. You might wheel around here and take a look in the room, see what Carole's doing. There she is, sitting in bed drinking her coffee. I asked her why she didn't come out. She said it's too cold and dreary. Wave to the camera, Carole. Here's Meemaw. Known to most of the world as Carole, or as she signs her letters at church, Mrs. G.C. Stone. Say something philosophical for the record here, Carole.
Can't hear me, can you?
I can hear you.
Oh, you can. I think I'll stay in bed all day today.
Get out of that bed, woman, and fix us some breakfast.
Too weary.
So we pan back out to the ocean. And then panning up to the sky. Morning jogger. This is looking due east into the horizon. As you can see, that is the most cloudy part of the horizon. As we pan north, it begins to clear up somewhat. This is looking now just about due north. For those of you that might be getting bored with this segment of the film, I remind you that you didn't pay for a ticket anyway. It's free, so tough. We were out on that whatever you call it, that thing that juts out of the water yesterday, and took some film of the ocean on either side of that thing. Oh, Carol just reminded me, we call it a pier. Okay, we were out on that pier.
Yeah.
Come get it. Here, come get it. Come on. Ooh, look at that big bird. Wow, what is that? Come get it. Come on. Come on. Come get it.
Yeah, you went pretty fast.
And here we have a shot of Carole feeding the birds. For the record, they're being fed some Fritos. Carole, you're keeping the birds waiting. That's
I'm tired.
Well, we are outside the Honda dealership here in Daytona. As you can see, one of the Honda riders around the country are sort of gathering here. It's probably at least 100 or even more Honda motorcycles around the country parked here right now. There's somebody from South Georgia.
There's some.
Carole just pointed out Mr. Sherry, guy here from Brookfield, West Virginia. You can make that out there on camera. And of course, one of the things that roll wing riders do is clean up on their bike. We do a little bit of that ourselves today. Here's one with a custom paint job. In addition to the white paint job there, he's got some custom pinstriping done on it, as you can see. We've toyed with the idea of getting our bike pinstriped. It'll probably cost around $75 to do it all the way around. So if we ever have $75 again, we might do that. Closer to the weekend here at Daytona, the number of motorcyclists grows in this city. The estimated total motorcyclists in Daytona by Saturday, which is tomorrow, is 100,000. What we're looking at here is the 1985 Gold Wing Special Edition, only made, I think, a total of 5,000. That bike, when it was new, listed for $9,998, or essentially it's a $10,000 bike. The owner of this bike has added many accessories, as you can see. Just surface observation there. From what I've seen of the bike, it looks like he's probably got another $2,000 accessories on that $10,000 plus motorcycle. This fella has poured some money into this Honda. Go another angle. Thought we get a shot here of an artist at work. This guy does pinstriping plus For a price, he'll paint a mural or two on your motorcycle. Pinstriping plus a mural on the motorcycle will cost around $200. We'll not be getting that done today. We're inside the Honda dealership. Something very interesting. This is what you call determination. This fellow's handicapped. But he rides a motorcycle. You see, he's taken essentially a conventional motorcycle and built a custom-made sidecar. And he sits in the sidecar in a wheelchair. Notice. Then he's moved the controls. Again, we have an example of determination here. This reminds me of the fellow we met last year, Perry something or other, who had no legs. He had two little legs. Prosthesis in the knee and both legs, but riding a motorcycle was good. Not a lot more than that. stock bikes this race is far, just judging by the looks and the size of the bike, you're probably saying it looks like it's probably got a 550 or 650 class. 550, 650 cc, that is. Quite a few racers in this race. Now Boston. Really kind of difficult to get a very good shot of this race, having to aim this camera to the fence. At least we'll have something recorded. You can look back on the first years and kind of remind us of our trip to Daytona in 1987. Looks like, I haven't counted them, but it looks like there's probably at least 100 bikes in this race. These bikes you're seeing on the screen here are entering this race. Looped around like an S curve and I lost it. Well, here it is the next morning. As you can see, for the date and time in the lower part of the screen, it's about 20 minutes until 9 a.m. March the 7th, and we've got some pretty bad weather conditions. As you can see, the sea is quite rough. In fact, there is a gale warning in effect for the Gulf Coast and parts of the East Coast, including the area that we're on right now. It's quite windy outside. The temperature, well, I would judge it to be about 62, 63 degrees. Cloudy and overcast. Again, maybe the cloudy conditions might not show up on the screen since this camera will make some compensation for bad light conditions. Huh? Trying to get a shot of this rough ocean. Carole just pointed out a moment ago on something that she was reading that this part of the East Coast is one of the big surfing centers for surfing enthusiasts, since they have good high waves even in good weather. Some of those waves, I don't know if you can tell on the screen or not, but some of them coming in from that area right there looks like, oh, they're probably 6 to 8, 9 feet high. So we're sitting here really wondering what to do with ourselves today. It looks like it's going to be pretty rotten weather the whole day. We might just have to sit in our room, look at the ocean, and look at each other. We might even have some conversation for a change, Carole. But Carole said just a moment ago she wished she'd brought her book. She's reading a book on rock hudson, I think, right now. Somebody pulled in this morning, and I guess they're getting ready to pull out. Decided to give up on it. Another shot of the rough ocean here. Through the window. Good morning, Carole.
Good morning.
Is that all you're going to say? Well, tell them what we did for dinner last night, where we went, what we had. Well, let's put something on here. Where did you go eat?
At Checkers.
And what we have to eat?
Hamburgers.
We had gourmet hamburgers.
Yes, they were very good.
And we also had some appetizers. We had potato skins, which was a fried potato skin with some potato in it and covered with cheddar cheese. Then we also had a sort of a cheese and chili dip with some tortilla chips. Anyway, so much for the ocean here on this very cloudy Saturday morning. We did last night after supper, we went for a long walk on the beach and did just some collecting of shells. And there's our booty. Carole was walking along and she noticed one very odd shaped shell. It was round, very white, and had some little indentations in it. She sort of bent down and looked at it, a little afraid to touch it, but finally she worked up her courage and bent down and picked up this very odd looking shell, and there's what it was. Golf ball. So that's part of our collection from walking on the beach last night. Well, it's a little bit later in the day now. We're still kind of locked in our room here. The gale has hit our part of the coast here in Daytona, Florida. As you can see, the ocean has got even rougher than it did last time we did on the tape. They warned everybody to get off the beaches. In fact, you can see that squad car down there with its flashing lights, ordering everybody off the beaches, which is not too difficult to do. Nobody really wants to get out in this mess. Sure, you're picking up a lot of the wind through the microphone there. So it's strictly indoor games today, it appears. Huh?
Big swells.
Yeah. What you're seeing there is a lot of guck on the shooting through the window there. just heard over the television the winds are, I think you said about 28 knots. And the seas are as high as 15 feet, 15 sea scores meaning 15-foot waves, 28 knots, I don't know, what is that, about 38, 39 miles an hour? Standing in the doorway now, I have the door propped with my foot, and the wind keeps blowing the door up against my foot and shaking my body, and bends the camera too.
I've been standing over there for a long time. Everybody is like, I was looking at it. That's okay. I got one this time. All right. Maybe I can get down that
Sorry, tomorrow knock me back.
Right now over there, let's go and get one. Although I want it. All right. Debbie Stanford from Naples.
We obviously by now are at the motorcycle competition. The competition here being strictly for looks. It's not a riding competition, but part of the show that we're seeing this afternoon is the custom bike show. These essentially are homemade bikes. What a lot of these guys do, they buy a piece of a stock bike and then sort of finish it out to suit themselves. This fellow's got a lot of money in this bike. As you see, he's got a lot of gold-plated accessories on it. But again, guys like this primarily show their bikes. They don't want to ride them much, except perhaps in parades. And this is what they live for: polish them up, fix them up, put on them, and show them. And that's their big thing. But admit it's a beautiful bike. This, of course, is a chopper. Choppers normally get their name from what they do to the front fork. You see the fork there pushing the wheel out at an angle, about a 45-degree angle.
Huh? That's what they say. That's what they say.
In my opinion, this bike will probably win the prize.
You know how to get there. You know how to get there then. Huh? He wants to build one.
We're over at the, as you can see, the three-wheel display. We'll be showing you a few of those. This is another angle of the same bike or car or trike or whatever we call this thing here. That's a Harley Davidson front wheel and forks affixed to what used to be or has become an automobile body of some sort.
This is a coupon work for one t-shirt, one hat, and one...
I tell you what, I never seen a finer set of blues.
Me either.
Just painted that on there. Yeah, okay. Bent back and wrapped around like that. That's fine. I'm right out there. We can hurt the shades. Not going to
Who wants to win this thing? 01 Vince Gibbons from Woodbridge, Virginia. We have it. We'll get Vince. Thank you all. We appreciate what you all have done for us. Thank you. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, while we're K-O-N-O-T-K-A, Apaka. Is she around? Monica.
This is a four-wheel vehicle. I don't know if you call it a motorcycle or a car. Anyway, it's a motorized vehicle. Custom made, of course. I was told by somebody here that when this vehicle
Who wants to win this thing? 01 Vince Gibbons from Woodbridge, Virginia. We have it. We'll get Vince. Thank you all. We appreciate what you all have done for us. Thank you. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, while we're K-O-N-O-T-K-A, Apaka. Is she around? Monica.
This is a four-wheel vehicle. I don't know if you call it a motorcycle or a car. Anyway, it's a motorized vehicle. Custom made, of course. I was told by somebody here that when this vehicle